Hello, welcome to the Basketball Soapbox. I'm your host, Daniel Daly. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This will be episode 5 of season 3. I'm going to take a look at the Celtics over the past 2 games and looking at the Lakers and their struggles with Anthony Davis, as well as Chris Paul versus Scott Foster, which has been brewing for years and years and years and has opened up another chapter here with the latest game against the Suns a couple of nights ago, as well as looking at Greg Popovich standing up for Kawhi Leonard with the Spurs fans raining boos on the former Spur. But first, let's get into the Boston Celtics here, a tale of two teams over the past 2 games. I had this graphic made before tonight's in-season tournament game against the Orlando Magic. Obviously, was going to talk about the Bucks game. But first, let's talk about the Magic here, pulling up the upset victory in the in-season tournament, 113-96. And I don't know what it is, but the Orlando Magic have played us tough for the past couple of years. Even when the Celtics won all those games in a row, they were always tough. But they have lost the last 4 to the Orlando Magic. And for whatever reason, we just can't beat them. I don't know what it is. They have a good combination of a lot of skilled guards and a lot of bigs that give us trouble here in Mo Wagner tonight. I guess revenge game for us choosing Luke Cornett over him a couple of years ago. Had 27 in the game. His brother Franz Wagner had 17 points in the game, and really just took advantage of their size against us with Paulo Banchero, Jonathan Isaac, Mo Wagner. Bizet, I always mess up his name, the other center that they have. They just always have a combination of size and skilled guards that can go against us, and it paid dividends for them tonight, really beating us up on the inside there with 60-40 points in the paint of advantage of the Magic, as well as the rebounding game, 48-31, 13 offensive rebounds for the Orlando Magic. And it just seems like ever since it's weird because the Celtics are a top 5 rebounding team in the league, yet they have these moments of teams that have more size than us that can lead on the offensive rebounds, in providing their teams with second chance points in the paints, and things of that nature. It becomes eerily difficult for the Celtics to hold the lead, continue to win games. It's tough, and especially with the Celtics struggling with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum struggling, not really able to shoot the ball. Drew Holiday ankle sprain suffered in the Bucks, I believe, before the Bucks game, was not available tonight. Derek White got hurt early on, gutted it out and played 37 minutes. Kristaps Porzingis had a weird calf injury, which was strange, did not return. And that didn't help the Celtics as the game went on into the later quarters of the game. Just providing a little bit of difficulty for the Boston Celtics. And I don't know what it is, but Orlando just seems to be a matchup nightmare for this young Orlando Magic team, which is on the rise so far. Building confidence, has won their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row against the Nuggets, against the Raptors, the Pacers, the Bulls twice, and now the Celtics. So they're building up a little bit of confidence there in Orlando, doing it with their size, doing it with Paulo Banchero leading the way, and really putting it to teams. And they did that to the Boston Celtics tonight. They're taking advantage of their size. And kudos to them. Kudos to the Orlando Magic. But I wanted to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks game against the Celtics the other night. I believe it was on Wednesday night. Celtics defeating the Bucks 119-116. And this was a statement game for the Boston Celtics so far for the season. Really taking the game to the Milwaukee Bucks, really going at them. Jaylen Brown had a fantastic game, 26 points and a career high, 8 assists, which was shocking on that. To pull up that stat, that he's been playing a bunch of years, and really to see that part of him really create that two-man game with Kristaps Porzingis. Obviously, Kristaps Porzingis had 21 points in the game, had a big poster on Brook Lopez. Just looking at that game was a statement win for the Boston Celtics. And the difference in the game to me was the bench points, and having that consistency in offense there for the Boston Celtics. Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard had 10 apiece. Al Horford had 11. Getting that production versus the Bucks bench, who only had 22 points, still struggling to figure their bench out, and I feel like that was the difference there. I believe Brook Lopez had 28, Dame Lillard had 27, Giannis Antetokounmpo who had 21 points, and it just feels like we have a mindset to know how to guard Giannis so far these past couple of encounters. And yes, he's going to get his numbers. He's going to have more better days than bad days against us. But it seems like the Celtics have figured out a way to minimize his impact in terms of his scoring efficiency and making him take tough shots and making him battle when he's attacking the paint there. And I think the Celtics know how to guard them. Now, the Celtics did give up a late run to the Milwaukee Bucks late in the game. I believe they went on a big run towards the end there to cut it, as you see, to 3. And that's been the thing with the Celtics, just figuring out how to keep leads towards the end of games. But looking at the Boston Celtics as they started off, they were making 17 threes. Looking at the passion that Jaylen Brown came out with, windmilling the ball, throwing the alley to Sam Hauser, which had the Garden rocking. You got to look at it from that standpoint as the Boston Celtics looking to make a statement against the Bucks. These are the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference, and coming out that way, coming out that strong, is definitely a plus for the Boston Celtics. Obviously, they dropped the game here tonight against the Orlando Magic, but looking forward seeing that they can step up and play these type of teams to that way. And facing a bunch of teams over 500 to start so early in this season is a good way to start the season, and that was a big statement win for the Boston Celtics. Moving on to my